This is Daryl as a service, toying around again with the thoughts about how we can reach our live audience. I'm playing again with YouTube Live. Now I have become reasonably familiar with how this works because I have been using it in a dual kind of fashion. We've been trying to multicast and using YouTube Live as a backup. So when we're using Pexip, we like to try and push content over to YouTube Live. And yeah, I've got my mic going, that's pretty good. We push it over to YouTube Live, and then it sits there in our archives as well. It means that we can embed that content or that live event into blog posts and to various other places so that people can watch that content there. We have been using Periscope primarily, like our primary stream, because around conference time we're able to easily create content and mix it in with tweets that were occurring during the conference. And so this morning I went for a run. It's the last video in the YouTube queue of recent live streams where I had been going for a run and thinking, how are we going to continue to reach out to our audience and address the issue of allowing people to plan to attend? And so we were looking at that and thinking, okay, Periscope is not that great because you've either got to create some awareness around the tweets, tweet it all out, and then hope that people will bump into it. You have Facebook where you can schedule live events. You can schedule live events in YouTube Live. And part of the reason that we turned away a bit from using Facebook Live was because of the appearance or the feeling that it wasn't so much of a business tool, and creating the community around it. You had to get people to follow your page to be able to get alerts. It didn't feel as public, whereas YouTube, you could grab your videos and you could embed them, and it felt a lot more public and easier to share and easier to get that content out there, especially being that it's searchable and comes up in Google results. So I put that discussion out there, and Owen actually has reminded me, and I haven't responded to him in our messaging in Microsoft Teams, but thought I'd again just discuss it out here, is that I'm remembering why we did struggle with trying to use YouTube Live, and I just thought I'd go over this a bit just to show you the sort of things that we are kind of struggling with, and just in a way of doing this. I don't know if there are any actually there doesn't seem to be anyone else on with me. Let's have a look. We'll open that up in another tab, and we'll go to dragging that over. Drag this one over here. Cool. So it's going to go a little inception in terms of the video side of things, but really the area of contention is this live chat. Now when you jump onto a live stream like you might be now, and you're trying to engage with the person who's streaming, you want to ask some questions. Particularly with our content, we've got all sorts of things that we discuss, and we do like to try and respond to people while we are live. We like to talk about things, and if they've got comments, we know there's a bit of a delay, so we can manage that. We can pause occasionally and then say, look, we're going to have a look at some of the questions that we've seen appear. But the issue with using YouTube Live is that these comments will appear during the live chat. However, after the fact, you will not see them in the comments below. Any comments made after the video will appear here, and that's fine. You can have discussion there and people reply to comments, and there's all that sort of goodness going on. But what about all this cool stuff that might have been discussed in live chat, and how do people respond to that and those comments, or rather chats, after the fact too? We can respond audibly, but then there's no context to what we're saying. It's not like someone messages something and asks a question, and then we can respond to that, and you can see the context of where that question was asked and our audible response. So to make the direct comparison, Facebook does this very, very well. You can create your live event, you can fire it up, you can go through and record it. All the chat is happening there, and you can even show some sentiment and say, this is great, this is good, face, good, bad, whatever, and it's all bubbling across the screen and showing support. all those comments, all those little marks that are happening during the live stream are captured, they're time-stamped, and as someone's watching that video back, we're familiar with this, we've seen this plenty of times, but it all plays out as if it was, still live, and you can see what a live comment is versus someone who's watching and making comments after the fact. Brilliant. So then the stream finishes. Okay, so you are capturing all those comments that people are making after the fact. People can respond even without necessarily watching the video. They can reply to certain comments if there's enough of context there. So Facebook does it really well. It's just that it's not as public, it's not as searchable. The videos that you create are still tied to a page, and it just doesn't feel like the content's out there. So I would prefer to use YouTube, and I'd prefer to use it to be able to create the content and to share it and to embed it and to make it far easier to enrich what we write as regarding 365. But that's my problem. That when you are making these live comments during a live broadcast like here now, and I think I've done it, there might be 2 people that are watching right now. If you feel brave enough, if you feel like you want to just drop some comments in here, but just to demonstrate, I'm going to say something here. Hello, please test with me and make a comment. It's very, very basic chat. There's no sentiment. What have we got here? We can drop in an emoji. Well, that's nice. Plenty of emojis. What's this? This looks like almost like a flattened jelly bean. So it's a deliberate attempt to not be the round emoji. Google have their own. So that's all cool. Actually, was there something in the news recently about them having a burger emoji where the cheese was underneath the beef patty? And it's a cheeseburger, not a burger cheese or something like that. So if you wanted to go in here and have a look for that burger icon, that's all good. But it's not really sentiment, is it? It's just sending something, sending an emoji. It's not the same. And we're limited to 200 characters. So, yeah, all good. People can have all these comments. Let's just try and get away from emoji and get back to our types and chats. And those comments, once we get to the end of this video, they're not going to be there. You're going to see this and watch this video, but those who watch it later aren't going to see these comments underneath, and they can't respond to them. So that's really disappointing. And when I went to research this issue again, and I went into some of the support and feedback channels for Google and for YouTube, this has been an issue since 2014. In fact, comments, the traditional comments that we see below videos, used to be used as the live chat. So at least the comments would stay and remain after the video was played out. But then they replaced it with this live chat, and for the last 3 years, we've kind of been left with this hobbled kind of functionality, which, it's 2 separate experiences. And I get it, chat is different, live chat is different to comments, but Facebook have done it very, very well. YouTube, Google, you probably had this said a number of times, but there are plenty of developers that you've got, and if you want to give it a great experience for those who are creating live content and you want to create more community and discussion, and maybe you made this choice because you wanted people to have these persistent chats and comments within the Google Hangouts, or using Google Groups, or using the Google Plus. But please build back in some kind of live chat comment system that's unified like Facebook, keeps it all together so that we can continue to engage with the discussion that has occurred during the live stream. So I am going to give my feedback. We just minimize this. They have suggested in this forum that has been going on for a few years, the only way to get this opinion back is to hit send feedback, and so that allows me to take a screenshot. I've highlighted it, and I've said live chat doesn't remain after the stream. Live chat and comments are treated as 2 different things. Facebook is doing this the right way. Conversation is conversation, whether it has occurred during the live stream or afterwards. Please enable commenting during live streams. That is timestamped and remains after the live stream has concluded. And I will send that. Now, this is just an old habit. I like to copy the text before I try and send it off, because I don't know, I've been bitten too many times with typing stuff up in forms online, and you can sometimes go, oh, this is timed out, sorry, we've lost everything that you've typed. So at least I have it in my clipboard. But anyway, feedback has been sent off. If you are a YouTube creator and you are a content creator, I do recommend that while you're in a stream like this on your Creator Studio, whip on over to live chat, go to send feedback, and feel free to make the similar comments to try and send this feedback to YouTube and to those coders and great people that create features to bring something in here that is a more unified experience. So fingers crossed, that's what I'm hoping for. Still favouring wanting to use YouTube Live over Facebook Live, though Facebook Live just does the conversation piece so well, and that's really what enriches the video and conversation, isn't it? It's that conversation around content. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to my rant. Sorry that I didn't actually get any live people to help me demonstrate this, but you will see after this video that my live comments and live chat have not appeared in the comments below. Thanks very much. Catch you again.